Okay, so for dinner tonight, I am doing an Instant Pot beef stew. And you need about 2 pounds of stew meat, which I've already put in the Instant Pot. It says you need 6 carrots, cut into like large pieces on the diagonal. I did them a little bit smaller just because I have children eating. It said the same size of the celery, 2 stalks, but I don't like big pieces of celery, so I cut them up. Not as small as I would for like a chicken noodle soup, but I still left them a little bit bigger. It called for 1 medium onion, sliced thinly, but I did maybe half an onion, and then I cut them small and thin. And then it didn't call for potatoes, and Sadie doesn't like potatoes, but I did maybe 6 of the small baby Dutch red potatoes, about 5 or 6 of those, and just quartered and diced them. I just wanted them really small. You're also going to need a can of fired roasted diced tomatoes, a cup of water, 2 teaspoons of salt, and some sugar. I'm probably also going to add, I don't remember how much sugar, but I'll add it into the video or the recipe down below. I'm probably also going to add some rosemary, maybe some thyme, some pepper, and some garlic and onion powder, and just kind of jazz it up a little bit. My mother-in-law made this when my daughter spent the night at her house, and she told her that she had to give me the recipe, so this is where I got this from. Oh, and you're also going to put all of this stuff in the Instant Pot, and then you're going to do it on the meat/stew setting. Should be manual for about 35 minutes. So I'll show you once I get everything added in. Here it is all added. I have not stirred it up yet. It was a tablespoon of sugar, so 2 teaspoons of salt and a tablespoon of sugar. I also might add some brown gravy, just because that's what I always add to like my homemade beef stew. Like a packet of brown gravy. And that's a very good thickener too, to like chilies and stuff like that. Alright, so you have it to sealing. And then I'm going to hit the meat button. That's 25 minutes. I believe it was 35 minutes. So I'll see y'all back. Actually release for 9 minutes. It says 10 minutes, but that's okay. Okay, I just took some of the meat out and it is falling apart. For dinner tonight, we are gonna have an Instant Pot chicken noodle soup. I have cut up about 4 whole carrots, some celery, and about half an onion. That's probably 2 or 3 stalks, I'm not sure. And then I have garlic. I pulled a rotisserie chicken. I have some parsley. This is how I make chicken broth. I know you can make your own, and I do have bones in the freezer that I'm going to use to make chicken broth soon. This was just easier today. So this mixed with water, and then I don't know if I'm going to use both of these or one of these or none of them. I'm not sure. These are the noodles I use, and right now I'm going to saute the vegetables so that they get good and soft in the Instant Pot. So I put about a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of olive oil in the bottom of this. And then while it's cooking, I'm going to add some salt, some pepper, and some thyme and rosemary. Okay, so I just added it at about 6 cups of chicken broth and 2 cups of water because I am adding those cans of soup and I don't want it to be too salty. I'm about to add this much rotisserie chicken chopped up. I chop it up fairly small because I have children eating it. This is probably 2 to 3 cups of chicken, and if I add it in and it needs more, I do. I make this kind of to taste. If we want a lot of carrots, if we want a lot of chicken or noodles, then I change it. I'm also going to add a lot of carrots for me. I'm also going to chop up some of this parsley and add it in. And then I'll put in some seasonings like some onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper, poultry seasoning, the usual. And then I'll add in these cans of soup. Okay, so I just got it all in here. I put both cans of soup, the chicken. I did add the garlic. I don't think I showed that. And yeah, and I added a little bit of parsley, not too much. So now I'm gonna do manual for, I'm gonna do 15 minutes. And then once it's done, I will probably do pressure release, quick release. There we go. I'll do quick release, and then I'll turn the saute on and add the noodles. Okay, so I just quick released it, and the chicken is really small, and I didn't put a whole lot in there. But now I'm gonna turn it on saute, and once it comes up to a boil, so you gotta turn it off first and then saute. And once it comes up to a boil, I'm gonna add some of these noodles. I really like using like home style type noodles. The Reams frozen noodles are really good. They're kind of like dumplings, they're really thick. But I like that much better than just getting like egg noodles. So I'll show y'all whenever I add that in. Okay, so it's boiling now. I'm gonna add in, I did about a cup, almost a cup and a half of noodles. I break those up because they're really long. And on the package it says to boil them for 12 to 20 minutes, depending on how soft you like them. I like them softer, so I'll probably do the full 20 minutes. But now we're just kind of using the Instant Pot as like a boiling pot on the stove instead of pressure cooking it. So I will come back and show you what it looks like when it's all done. Like I always do, I show you my daughter's plate. This is her bowl of chicken noodle soup, and it turned out really good. For dinner tonight, we are gonna have Instant Pot chili. I have never made this recipe, but we'll see. I have a pound of ground beef in here, already cooked. I just warmed it up and thawed it in here. Every time I get ground beef, I try to get a lot of it and then cook it all at once, and I freeze it cooked in pound portions. So that way I don't have to really thaw it. It comes out just fine, and then it thaws in whatever is cooking. You're gonna need some garlic, a half an onion chopped up, half a bell pepper chopped up, and then I added some diced celery, which it did not call for. If you had not tried celery in your chili, it's really good. If you don't like celery, then chop it up really fine. This is pretty fine though. I have a packet of mild chili seasoning mix. I know I can make my own. I'm just trying to keep it mild for the kids. Half a cup of water, an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, a standard can of diced tomatoes, and a can of light red kidney beans. None of these are gonna be drained. And then, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my Instant Pot on saute, and I'm gonna add the vegetables and the garlic. Okay, I still have it on saute. I just added the half a cup of water because it was starting to stick to the bottom, and I added my packet of chili seasoning. Sorry. Okay, so I added everything else, and I did end up adding another half a cup of water because while I had it on saute with the water in it, a lot of it evaporated. And now I'm going to put the lid on and put it on the stew. I don't know. It said soup stew button. I'll do the soup button for 20 minutes. But I guess you could do manual for 20 minutes. I'm not sure. And then when it's done, you're going to quick release it. And I will show you what it looks like once we get it all plated up. And here is our chili. This is actually a couple days later for my lunch. I completely forgot to film it when we ate it for dinner. This turned out okay. It's very good. Like, the recipe's good. My Instant Pot just was irritating me. The seal was not on all the way, I guess, and so it never came to pressure. So it just boiled the entire time, so it burned to the bottom. So just keep in mind to always quality control your Instant Pot. But thank you so much for watching this week's meal videos. I'm only doing 3 meals a week right now because my husband is not here, and so just me and my daughter and occasionally my grandmother. We cannot eat, you know, enough to cook every night, so I'm just cooking 3 meals a night and we just eat the leftovers. So thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. I'm going to try to do videos like this every single week. So we'll see y'all later. Bye.